Barça will not play at Camp Nou. The Joan Gamper Trophy is now official. I'll give you all the details in this video. Don't go anywhere, because I'll tell you if Barça will play in La Liga and the Champions League at Camp Nou. Are there any doubts? I'll tell you everything. Like and subscribe. See you at the end. Let's go, Barça fans. Barça has released an official statement explaining the situation that prevents them from playing at Camp Nou. Let's see what happened. Because the Gamper, which was scheduled to be played on August 10th against Como d'Italia, the team of CES Fabregas was Barça's rival in the Joan Gamper Trophy. Well, finally, Barça. In this statement, it explains that for now, the return to the football club Barcelona Stadium is suspended, so the Gamper cannot be played there. And therefore, we have to play at the Johan Cruyff, about which we will provide more information later. But why isn't it being played? What happened? What has happened for Barça not to play this trophy in their stadium, Joan Gamper? Well, here Barça explains it in this statement, in which they say the following. Barça informs that the first match back at Spotify Camp Nou, which coincided with the celebration of the Joan Gamper Trophy, has been suspended. Next August 10th, this decision is due to the fact that the necessary work to comply, pay attention to this, with the requirements of the regulatory ordinance for municipal intervention procedures of the Barcelona City Council needs to be carried out. When it comes to construction, it makes it completely impossible, unfeasible to complete the necessary procedures to obtain the first occupancy license, which would allow Barça to have an audience and to play this match. I honestly don't understand what happened. Because less than a month ago, the club released that famous video where they spoke openly. And they invited people to come on the 10th. Should we go to Cano or Gamper? I don't understand what has happened in these past few days for the city council to now deny Barça that first occupancy license. In those areas where Barça fans and members are going to take their seats to watch the match, something must have happened, which therefore has made it impossible and unfeasible for the match to take place. I don't know if it was more because of the company that's doing the stadium renovations, if it was the city council's fault, which had first promised the club a series of procedures that they can't fulfill now, or if in this case it was the board of directors' fault of Joan Laporta for taking a risk, for getting ahead and making that official announcement that I honestly wouldn't understand. Knowing Laporta, honestly, it really surprises me that Barça officially announces something, but it doesn't materialize. However, many people might think it's a familiar pattern. I'm not going to criticize anyone, but what I do want is to wait until I have real information. Information that really tells us what's going on. Why was it announced and now it can't be done? If this is for real, it leaves me a little out of place. Here it says, specifically, due to the magnitude of the work carried out, it has been impossible to meet all the required conditions. This clears up some doubts, doesn't it? It mentions there have been many requirements. And it's also understandable because I imagine that for an architect, for someone who works at the Barcelona City Hall, who is responsible for completing everything to avoid security issues? And wait, don't go, because at the end of the video, I'll show you photos of the current state of Del Cano. To allow the expected 30,000 people access to the stadium, there are numerous requirements. Well, it seems that the magnitude of the project, the project being done, is of such magnitude that it can be fulfilled. With all the requirements that the city council has requested, he says, so that the regulations that govern obtaining said license can be met. Despite the club's willingness to open the Spotify Canoe in sections, the club is already working side by side. It is working hand in hand with the Barcelona City Council and the organizations involved to be able to move forward with the different requirements. And it will inform the club's members of any new information regarding the return date. Barça says this delay does not affect the scheduled payment calendar for the repayment of the SPY debt. Barça, that's important, okay? And for now, the Joan Gamper Trophy will be played at the Johan Cruyff Stadium, let's remember, with a capacity of 5,000 people. Wow, I'm here. I consider it a total letdown. I mean, it's a huge blow for Barca, a blow in terms of media, income, finances, and socially. Huge, really huge. From you hyping up playing at Camp Nou to having to go to the Johan. I mean, it's incredible. And then down here, nothing else comes. I mean, they don't communicate anything else. Looking ahead to the league, remember it's on September 14th, if I'm not mistaken. The first match is against Valencia. The first match day in which Barca has to play at their stadium. Let me share some breaking news that just came out moments ago. And it's that Union of European Football Association says they need to know where the match will be played by the middle of August. Coinciding with the start of La Liga, Union of European Football Associations must have in writing which stadium the match will be played in. That is, the first phase of the Champions League will be played officially. Is there really no way around it? And Barca has, well, nothing less than a month to make sure that right in that second or third week of September, when the Champions League starts. Barca may need to confirm their home stadium for an upcoming match. Be cautious, as the situation is extremely risky. Mundo Deportivo, a newspaper, recently discussed this matter. Attention. It says that Barca is already working on Plan B, which is to return to the Estadio Olímpico Ruiz with Pines. I mean, it's absolutely crazy to really have to go back to the Estadio Olímpico. Just campaigns, I don't care where Barca plays. I'll go when I can, I'll cheer, of course, and Barca will have its people supporting them. But what bothers me about all this is that something gets announced and then it doesn't happen. I'm unsure who's at fault, be it the workers, city council, or the board, for taking a risk and wanting to sell something that can't be done. I don't know, maybe it's been a combination of everything, possibly, but please, we want a little bit of stability in that sense and total peace of mind. I mean, I'm sending a message of reassurance, but at the same time, I think we need to be self-critical and think, hey, what kind of image are we giving? Who's to blame? Well, they'll know. I just hope that Barca plays this year, wherever they play, that they compete wonderfully, which is the most important thing. And hopefully we win many titles. But this, obviously, it bothers and worries all of us. It's a message of concern that I'm sending. And hopefully Barca can soon confirm where they're going to play next season, whether at the Johan or at the Estadio Olímpico de Ruiz Companys. Because I know there are concerts scheduled until September 12th, 2 days before Barca's league opener against Valencia there at Montjuic. So, I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. It's all a bit of a mess, and as of today, nothing is clear, but things are pretty tough and quite complicated. Share your thoughts and beliefs about this in the comments. Where is he going to play this upcoming season? Honestly, seeing what I'm seeing, I wouldn't mind at all. They play at the Estadio Olímpico Luis Companys when possible. No rush, we'll return to Camp Nou eventually. But let's not keep selling the story. If it can't be done, it can't be done. Let's not sell the story. Total calm. Returning to Montjuic again. When will we go back to Camp Nou with full safety measures in place? That's what I can say based on my opinion and the available information. So keep that in the comments. Hit the like button, get excited to boost the video's views, and share it with your fellow Barca fans. See you in the next video. Have a great weekend, culé. Barca yesterday, today, and forever.